Hi friends! Welcome to week 1 of virtual Sunday school. Though it has been a while since we've been together, we here at Christ Church have been thinking of you and praying for you and with you the whole time. And we are looking so forward to the time when we can all be back together. Here's our liturgical calendar, also known as the Circle of the Church Year. Here's where we were when we were last together. And here is where we are today. We have been through the season of Lent, Easter, Eastertide, Pentecost, and now we're in a season called Pentecost. This season is also known as ordinary time, coming from the word ordinal, which means counted weeks. This time is not ordinary as in common or regular, but it is the time of counted weeks between Pentecost and Advent. The color for the season is green, and it is often referred to as the green growing days, as we hear stories of what God is calling us to do in the world. We join in that call and we grow in our faith. We wish we could be together, but in the meantime, I hope you will enjoy our virtual Sunday school series, Sowing Seeds of God's Love. Remember, when you share God's love, God's kingdom grows.
You have to be careful when you come close to a parable. You have to be ready. Sometimes if you're not ready, you could break the parable. This box is gold. I wonder if what's inside of this is as valuable as gold. I wonder if there's a parable in here. Well, if there's a parable in here, it's much more valuable than gold. And it does have a lid. Now with a parable, there's a door that you have to enter to get inside of it. And sometimes, no matter how hard you try and how ready you think you are, the door won't open for you. But if you keep trying and you don't give up or to get discouraged, one day, the door to the parable will open for you. It looks like a present, and parables are like presents because they've already been given to us. They were given to us before we were born. And this box sure does look old. And parables are so old. They're older than me. They're older than you. They're older than your great-great-great-grandparents. Parables are over 2,000 years old. I think we're just going to have to look in this box and see if there's anything that can help us to find out if it's a parable. What this is. It's so brown. There's no blue or green in it. It's just brown. And it's very scratchy and rough. I don't know if you can tell that or not. What else do we have? Wonder what this could be. If we put it between here, then it looks like maybe a crack right in between this where these pieces could just break into. Let's see what else there could be. We still need some more help. Oh my, I think I know now. If these are places, then this is like a path between these places. Let's see what else we have. Oh, these are so dark. There's no light in these. They look like shadows. Let's see what else can help us. Once there was someone who said such amazing things and did such wonderful things that everybody wanted to follow him. And they would listen to him speak, and they would ask him questions. And one day, a young man asked this person a question. And he said, "What is the most important thing in life?" And the person said to him, "You already know." And the young man said, "I know. It's to love God and to love my neighbor." But who is my neighbor? And then the person started telling this parable. One day, there was a traveler going along the road from Jerusalem to Jericho. And as he got along the path, some robbers came out from behind some rocks, and they hurt him, and they took everything that he had, and they left him by the road, half dead. Another man came along the road. It was a priest from the temple. He was traveling the road from Jerusalem to Jericho. And as he was going along the road, and he got to the point where he could see the man that was hurt very badly, who had had everything taken from him and was left by the road half dead, he got over to the side as far as he could, and he hurried on his way. There was another man who came along the road from Jerusalem to Jericho. He was also a man from the temple. He would help take care of the temple and also help with the music. He was a Levite. And as he was going along the road from Jerusalem to Jericho, when he got to the point where he could see the man who had been hurt very badly, who had had everything taken from him and was left by the road half dead, he just quickly went on by down the road. There was another man that was coming along the road from Jerusalem to Jericho. This man was from another country. He was from the country of Samaria. Now, the people from Jerusalem did not like the people from Samaria, and the people from Samaria did not like the people from Jerusalem. But as the Samaritan was going along the road, he came to the point where he could see the man who had been hurt very badly, who had had everything taken from him, and was left by the road half dead. And he hurried to him, and he bandaged his wounds, and he took care of him. And he put him on his horse, and he took him to an inn. And he stayed with him there all night long. And in the morning, when he had to be on his way, he went to the innkeeper and gave the innkeeper enough money so that the traveler could stay there until he was well enough to go on his way himself. I wonder, who was a neighbor to the traveler? Was it the Samaritan? The priest? The Levite? Robber? Or this robber? I wonder who was a neighbor to the robber. Who would his neighbor be? Was it the Samaritan? The priest? Levite? The other robber? The traveler? Who was a neighbor to the priest? Was it the Samaritan? Or the Levite? The robbers? Or maybe the traveler? Who was a neighbor to the Levite? Would it be the Samaritan? The priest? The robbers? Or the traveler? I wonder what would have happened if the characters in the story were women instead of men. I wonder what would have happened if the person that found the traveler was a child. Okay, it's time to put this story away. We have the Samaritan, the traveler, the robbers, the Levite, and the priest, and her helper, Samaritan. We have our places, Jerusalem and Jericho. Our rocks with no light in them. Our path. And our scratchy brown underlay. There's our parable. This will help you know where to find the story. The brown dot.